In this video, we're going to go over the latest trends by generation in the US housing market. We'll be focusing on baby boomers, Generation X, Millennials, and Generation Z. We'll go through each generation by oldest to youngest. Folks that were born from 1946 to 1964. Baby boomers made up 39% of the house buying market in recent years. A lot of that was because of downsizing. A lot of these folks are now moving into retirement. There's over 11,200 boomers in the US that turn 65 every day. This makes for a major change in their real estate needs. They don't need the big houses anymore to raise their kids. Or maybe they're retiring, starting to downsize and adjusting their expenses to their income. Because they were the largest portion of the buying market, they were also the largest portion of the selling market. Because boomers are not renters. They were buying houses while selling houses at the same time. Next on our list is Generation X, born between 1965 and 1980. 24%, about 1 in 4 of the buying market was Generation X. A lot of this had to do with upsizing. So we do see a lot of parents whose kids are middle schoolers, high schoolers, moments away from becoming adults, buy larger homes so that they can have more space for their family. Generation X also was a big contributor to the selling market in the same way, because Generation X traditionally owned homes. So they are upsizing, they're selling their smaller homes to purchase larger homes. Next on our list is Millennials, my age group, born between 1981 and 1996. So I'm kind of right on the cusp of Gen X and Millennial. What's going on with this demographic? Now, normally by age group, this should be one of the largest populations of buying and selling real estate, but it's not the case. Why did that happen? Especially on the younger end of the millennials, they watched their parents lose their houses. They were children during the financial collapse. This made this population very wary of investing in real estate. Then what happened during the COVID market is prices appreciated at huge rates, so it made millennials further and further away from being able to enter the marketplace. Millennials are currently 28% of the market with regards to buying, and not necessarily selling, because a lot of these folks were renting through the years because of the financial crisis, not wanting to believe in home ownership, but of now that they're getting older, starting to pivot into that, but not near the traditional pace of other generations in similar age groups. So this is one of the biggest stalls that we see in the overall housing ownership market cycle, is the millennials should be the largest acquisition of building wealth, buying real estate, but we don't see it in the same trends. Right now, it's still the boomers and the Gen Xers that are very, very much involved in the real estate market. And we think a lot of that, again, has to do with their childhood and being affected by their families who lost their homes or had to short sell their homes during the financial crisis and lost belief in the real estate market. But we do often see millennials as first-time home buyers, where often, by the age that they are, they're second-time home buyers. Not the case, again, because of the financial crisis. They kind of delayed their start entering the real estate market. So there are still people in their 30s, in their low 40s, that are renters. A lot of that has to do with the financial collapse and their belief in the real estate market from seeing all of that in their childhood. Last but not least, Generation Z, one of the largest potentials in the real estate market. Here's why. They have a huge belief of investing in real estate, being a part of home ownership and real estate ownership. So they're the largest potential market out there, even more so than millennials. They're not as resistant to market trends. They believe that real estate is appreciating over time. And we find these folks extremely active when they choose to enter the marketplace, very proactive, very assertive in their decision making. When a Gen Z enters the marketplace, they typically own real estate within a matter of weeks there right after. Now, right now, they only make up 4% of the market. Their age group is born 1997 to 2012. So a lot of them still have not come of age to own real estate. But on that first end of the demographic, born in 1997, they are extremely active in the marketplace and buying very aggressively. And also, these folks don't spend money in the ways that other generations did. They save. So it's very, very common. We see folks in their 20s with 20% down, 10% down, 15% down. They're not buying all of the things that previous generations bought that affect their wealth. They're saving and having a lot of money to put into the marketplace. This is one of the biggest potentials right now in the real estate market is the coming of age of Gen Z, their financial responsibility, and their interest in building wealth in the real estate market. Now, with the high interest rate market of the last 18 months, 24 months, a lot of these have started to calm down. A lot of this most recent data is based on 2022, 2023 behaviors. 2024 data hasn't quite come out yet, but the interest rate market is definitely slowing down the overall activity. We know that overall transactions in the United States have gone down because of the interest rates. However, from a percentage standpoint, we do see some of the most active being on the older end of the age group, boomers, Gen X, millennial, part of that market. And then Gen Z is very, very active in the real estate market. When you're thinking about selling, think about these markets. How should your house look if you want to attract these type of buyers? What kind of decor should you put in? What should you change that maybe your decor is for your generation, but you can expect a different generation buying your home? Think about those things when you're prepping your home. Conversely, on buying, how long are you going to live there? Will you be raising a family there? Will you not? How old will your family members be when you live in that house and you go to sell? Think about those type of things. Right now, the average age of home ownership is about 12 years. Factor that into your plan. What life stages will you be at when you own this home? As we start seeing this market cycle come to an end and a new one begin, we do predict a lot of different behaviors between generations. But right now, you can plan on 6 out of 10, every home buyer is under the age of 45. And as baby boomers continue to turn into retirement age, that will provide more selection and opportunity in the marketplace. While they continue to move closer to family, move out of a home into assisted living, or maybe downsizing to match their retirement income. Do expect millennials in their 30s and 40s to often be first-time homebuyers coming from renting. Generation Z, just because they're young, don't be surprised if they come with you at a substantial down payment. We don't expect much change in behavior into 2025 from a percentage standpoint with regards to generations. They are likely to continue as we enter our new real estate market cycle. For the latest insight, tips, and market updates for the Northern Nevada real estate market, be sure to hit subscribe. We'll do weekly updates to keep you informed of what's the latest. Also be sure to explore our Northern Nevada house search.